Hey guys, how's it going? I want to quickly discuss a little bit about the cruelty of fate. Because, when we wake up in the morning, we never know what the heck is going to happen to us, do we? We think we are in control of our life, but we really aren't, right? I've known some people, like I'll give you an example. Good human being who, gets up in the morning, goes to his work like normal, driving carefully, and then there's a drunken driver who comes right across, and then this good person ends up with a head-on collision, and then this person ends up dying. Can you imagine that kind of a thing happening? And then the drunken driver, he ends up just, with a very little amount of injury, and then he's just fine. So fate, you never know what the heck is going to happen. So the reason why I'm discussing about that is all these fallen branches. I posted many videos from my fence line about how these Bradford pears are just weak trees and how they keep falling off with a little bit of a storm, and then how I have to take care. Then now, with the July 4th storm, and then look at that one. And then when you look at this one, you can already predict that this whole thing is going to actually fall off. Because look at this tree. How can this tree have any strength in middle? Because this is only eventually, fall off. So, and then when I was reading about this July 4th storm, it looks like several houses have major damage because they had a big tree and then the tree ended up just falling on the roof. So we are really talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. And some of these people don't even have a home, owner's insurance. So can you imagine that kind of a thing happening to you? $100,000. Oh my God. For me, this tree, my neighbors, they all called the tree guys, and these are seasonal guys. They can come and chop off the, branches and then mulch it right there. And then they'll just make the whole thing disappear by the end of the evening when they come and go. And so they got all their branches taken care of that way. And in fact, the guy gave me a quote of $1,500 just for these two branches. But then I told him, no, I don't need him and I'm going to work on it. So imagine those people who don't have that kind of a money, and how can they handle anything like this? So that's why I feel like fate is cruel. But you know what? We just have to look at the people who have lost their lives. And when you look at them, then you end up realizing that this is not a big damage. I can work on it, because if you still have your life, then you can work on everything else, right? So that's why, things happen randomly on their own, and we just need to have a strong mind and be positive and keep on working towards, getting everything better. And that's what I'm doing. I hope you found this really interesting. I hope you didn't get affected in the storm July 4th, and I'll talk to you later in my next post. God is great. Goodbye.